Now, joining us for more discussion on the crisis in East Africa is Faustine Wabwire, a policy analyst at Bread for the World. Bread for the World is a collective Christian voice urging international decision makers to end hunger worldwide. Ms. Wabwire, thank you so much for coming back to our show today.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Thank you. So last time we did talk about these efforts by Bread for the World to try to end hunger by pushing and trying to make appeals to decision makers, Congress included. Any update?
Right now, Bread for the World is encouraging our leaders in Congress to form a circle of protection around poverty-focused development assistance. Now, these programs just constitute about 0.6% of our federal budget, but they make a lot of impact on people's lives around the world. So we are encouraging our leaders to protect these programs from being cut to balance our budget.
And what has been the response so far? I know you've been actively writing letters. You've been actively soliciting people to also write letters. Have you heard anything at all in terms of what is the likely outcome of that appeal, whether there is going to be a cut?
As we speak right now, we know that discussions began, the super committee began to meet last week, and so we will get to hear more with time. But at this time, we're just focusing on encouraging our leaders to remember that we should not plan to balance our budget on the backs of poor people.
And you know, it's interesting that this conversation is happening as this Horn of Africa crisis is still on center stage. And we're just hearing from the UN that another 750,000 more people could die if there is not enough action in terms of food, water, and other services. What insight can you give us into some of these obstacles that prevent aid from getting to places like the Horn, which is a clear example of a desperate situation?
I mean, I think one thing that is really important for us to understand is the insecurity that is prevalent, especially in Somalia. Most of the people who are leaving Somalia into Ethiopia and Kenya are running away from principally conflict. And then the drought has come and really just made the tragedy really worse. So it's very important for us to focus on both humanitarian assistance, but I think it's very important that we be thinking of how to create institutions to stabilize communities, to stabilize countries.
And one very big area is Somalia has the highest child mortality rate of children under 5. Right. There is the UN General Assembly meeting taking place in New York as we speak, and that is one of the areas that they're going to discuss, and that is one of the concerns for Bread for the World. Can you give us a sense of what we can expect as an outcome?
So as Bread for the World, we are hoping that the meeting of the UN General Assembly in New York this week can create more attention, that we focus more on protecting poverty-focused development assistance, because these few dollars have been proven to make impact in the lives of vulnerable people around the world. As Bread for the World, we are participating in some of the policy meetings in the UN General Assembly, and we are focusing very especially on maternal and child nutrition. And as we know, Somalia has one of the highest malnutrition rates in the world. So it's very important for us to protect these programs that can be able to enable us address malnutrition, because we know malnutrition causes lifelong negative developmental consequences.
And obviously also leading to the death of the children.
Right.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Wabwire. We're out of time.
Thank you.
But that was Ms. Wabwire, Faustine Wabwire.